Welcome, business school students, to your next strategic simulation mission. We're diving straight into the wellness industry today, and you're stepping into a big role, the newly appointed Chief Marketing Officer for Jade Harmony Tervisa Keskos. This explainer is basically your executive briefing. I'm going to walk you through the dossier, the market dynamics, and the exact strategic areas you need to master before you boot up that simulation platform and make your very first move. So let's get into it.
Here's what's on the agenda today. First, a welcome to Jade Harmony. Then, we'll look at the Nordvik competitive threat, outline your mission and targets, and finally, dive into your three massive decision points: the marketing mix, price wars, and managing capacity. Okay, Section 1. Welcome to Jade Harmony, the baseline of an authentic TCM spa. You know, before you can market a brand, you really have to understand its soul. Jade Harmony is a first-generation Estonian family-owned day spa right in Tallinn's trendy Kalamaja district. Now listen, this isn't your average fluffy hotel spa with, cucumber water and whale music playing in the background. No way. This place is rooted deeply in authentic traditional Chinese medicine, or TCM. We're talking clinical acupuncture, fire cupping, and herbal medicine, all driven by real certified practitioners like founder Munika Tom and visiting physician Dr. Li Hua Chen. Their absolute competitive moat here: sheer clinical expertise.
Which brings us to your most critical baseline metric: 30.9%. That is Jade Harmony's current EBITDA margin, generating an average of 33,900 euros in monthly revenue. Now, in a lot of business school cases, you're tasked with saving a sinking ship, right? Well, not here. You are taking over a healthy, highly profitable, cash-positive business. The challenge for you isn't fixing a broken model, it's defending a premium one and scaling it without breaking its authenticity. Currently, that healthy revenue is split into three distinct streams. You've got 55% coming from local Tallinn residents, mostly professionals looking for relief from chronic issues. Another 32% are wellness tourists, primarily Finns and Swedes who travel specifically for TCM because, well, it's cheaper than in Helsinki, but just as high quality. And finally, 13% comes from corporate B2B packages. Now, up until this exact moment, literally 100% of this growth has been driven by organic word of mouth. They haven't spent a single euro on paid marketing. But to reach the next level, hope and word of mouth just aren't going to cut it as a strategy anymore.
Moving on to Section 2, the Nordvik competitive threat, or the arrival of Scandinavian-Asian wellness fusion. Because those tranquil days of organic growth, they're officially over. A massive, well-capitalized Finnish wellness franchise called Nordvik is opening its first Estonian location right there in Tallinn. They are the ultimate antagonist in our simulation, a heavily funded, mass-market competitor aggressively moving into a premium niche.
The contrast between these two business models is stark. Jade Harmony relies on deeply authentic credentials and a premium €78 average treatment price, but, as we said, has absolutely zero marketing infrastructure. Meanwhile, Nordvik is launching with zero certified TCM practitioners. It's honestly just surface-level fusion, but they're coming in with an aggressive €39 introductory price and a massive $120,000 launch marketing budget. They're coming directly for your Finnish tourist segment with shiny branding and a dedicated loyalty app.
Okay, Section 3, your mission and targets. Let's define the winning state. So what exactly are you being graded on here? As the CMO, your job isn't just to survive Nordvik. You need to outmaneuver them. You have to defend your premium positioning and hit three very specific key performance indicators by the end of the simulation. Here is the ultimate rubric for your success in this exercise. Condition 1, you've got to grow total monthly revenue to 42,000 euros. That's a 24% jump. Condition 2, you need to secure at least 3 active corporate B2B accounts to establish some predictable recurring revenue. And condition 3, you absolutely must maintain an average treatment price above 72 euros. Now, the simulation does allow for partial wins if you hit 2 out of 3, but true victory, that requires hitting all 3. You have to grow revenue, diversify your client base, and completely resist caving to price pressure. It's a really delicate balancing act. And this pressure is going to build across a 16-week simulation timeline. In week 3, you'll tackle your first marketing budget. In week 9, Nordvik opens and the price war hits you right alongside a new B2B opportunity. And finally, in week 16, you are going to face an explosive capacity constraint issue. Let's break down each of these decision points so you're totally prepared. Section 4, Decision 1, the marketing mix. This is all about allocating your first paid marketing budget. Welcome to week 3 of the simulation. The founders have finally agreed to tap into a €25,000 credit facility, and you've been given €18,000 to deploy over the next 6 months. Your goal? Build a defensive moat before Nordvik's billboards go up all over town. You're going to be presented with 3 strategic paths. Option A focuses on Google search. This is highly targeted at tourists who are already looking for TCM and talent. It captures high intent, sure, but it completely ignores local brand building. Option B leans into meta social campaigns, blanketing local talent professionals with creative content. But that relies heavily on impulse rather than intent. Then there's option C, the hybrid approach. Here, you split your limited funds across search, social, and content production. The risk? You might spread your budget way too thin to make a real impact anywhere. This is your very first major test as CMO. Where are you going to allocate that €18,000? Do you protect your tourist base? Do you secure the locals? Or do you try to fight on all fronts? The simulation is going to force you to justify your channel mix based entirely on the customer segment you decide to prioritize. All right, Section 5, Decision 2, Price Wars and Holding the Line in Week 9. Fast forward to Week 9 of the simulation. Nordvik officially opens its doors in Ullamisti City. They completely flood the market with their $39 spring wellness introductory offer. And suddenly, your phone starts ringing. And trust me, it is not good news. The tension here just peaks. The threat is incredibly immediate. 3 of your regular, price-sensitive clients cancel their appointments because they want to go try out Nordvik for €39. Panic sets in, right? But simultaneously, this incredible opportunity lands right on your desk. An inbound inquiry from Pipedrive. They're a major tech company with 400 employees, and they're asking about a corporate wellness package. This B2B deal offers a massive 52% gross margin and completely predictable revenue. As the CMO, you have to multitask under serious pressure. How do you respond to those canceling clients? Do you drop your prices to match Nordvik and totally violate your €72 average price KPI? Or do you hold the line, trust your clinical quality, and pivot all your energy into closing that massive Pipedrive deal? Remember, you absolutely cannot afford a race to the bottom against a competitor sitting on a $120,000 budget. Section 6, Decision 3, Managing Capacity and the Viral Momentum of Week 16. If you manage to survive the price war, you enter the final and definitely the most chaotic phase of the simulation. A highly influential, Helsinki-based wellness blogger publishes a glowing viral review of her authentic TCM experience at Jade Harmony. Suddenly, your inbox just explodes. Tourist inquiries go completely through the roof, and you hit this terrifying yet kind of exhilarating number, 96% capacity utilization. Your calendar is booked absolutely solid for the next 6 weeks. You have all the demand you could ever possibly want, but literally no way to service it, and your front desk is suddenly sweating more than a client in a sauna. To capture this viral momentum, you've got to pull some operational levers, and fast. Step 1. You can negotiate more hours with your visiting physician, Dr. Chen, bumping her availability from 2 days to 3 days a week. Step 2. Quickly hire a new, fully qualified massage therapist. Or, Step 3, implement a strategic wait list, effectively triaging the low-margin bookings to prioritize those high-value tourists and B2B clients. But as you're pulling these levers, you cannot ignore this profound statement from the founder, Monika Tom. She says, the brand is built on clinical skill. Rapid commercialization could compromise quality. The warning there is crystal clear. If you scale too fast, if you bring in the wrong people, or if you turn the clinic into a factory, you become exactly what you are fighting, a soulless wellness franchise. Your competitive moat is your authenticity. If you lose that, you lose everything. So, this is your final strategic dilemma in the exercise. How do you scale operations basically overnight, satisfy a huge flood of new international customers, and hit that €42,000 revenue target without burning out your core team or diluting the deeply authentic experience that earned you that viral review in the first place? As we wrap up this executive briefing, consider the managerial trade-offs ahead of you. You know the baseline, you know your enemy in Nordvik, and you understand the 3 massive decisions, marketing mix, price defense, and capacity management, that stand right between you and the winning state. The wellness brand war awaits, and every single choice you make will directly impact your short-term cash flow, your margins, and your long-term brand equity. The simulation is fully loaded and waiting for your input right now. Keep your KPIs in mind, trust your strategic frameworks, and remember that defending a premium brand really requires nerve. So, are you ready to take the reins as CMO and lead Jade Harmony to victory?
Good luck, and I'll see you on the other side of the boardroom.